What's going on, everybody? This is Dave. Welcome back to Talking Wolves. We're back with another match preview today. It's Wolves versus Sheffield Wednesday at Molineux on Saturday. Today I'm not alone. There's actually three of us today for the first time on the previews. We're joined again with Ewan. How's it going, Ewan?
What's good? How's it going?
And obviously Matt as well. Matt, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks, mate.
Good. So before we kick off, as always, we've got our specials from our sponsors over at FansBet. You can check them out in the description down below. Sign up and just select Talking Wolves as your branch. It helps us out massively. You can check the two Wolves specials out: 10-1 for a perfect weekend if Wolves win, West Brom and Aston Villa lose, or 3-1 for a great weekend where Wolves win, West Brom and Aston Villa fail to win. They've also got a really special fantasy game event this weekend. It's for the Premier League fixtures, free to enter, and you enter into the £25,000 prize pool. I did it last time, won a little bit of money, so there's no excuse for you guys to jump in, especially as it is free. So we're going to kick off with the stats, as always. We love a bit of the stats on the preview. Right then. So Wolves have only lost 3 times in the last 23 games against Sheffield Wednesday, which is pretty mental. Obviously, earlier in the season, we grabbed a 1-0 win. One of Neves' beautiful goals. Passes it into the net. In their last 5, Sheffield Wednesday, they've won 3, lost 2. They're currently sitting 15th place, 45 points behind Wolves. And obviously, Wolves can hit 101 points with a win. Matt, thoughts on this game? What do you reckon?
Should be a walk in the park, shouldn't it? You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Should be.
I can't see us losing it, especially with us lifting the trophy and stuff. Yeah. I think they'll be really up for it. I don't think Nuno will let any complacency set in as it's been all season, so I can't see anything but a Wolves win.
Obviously, we normally sort of talk about the matches like the last match. Obviously, you went to Bolton. A quick recap of that. How did you think we played? I mean, it was a massive result, wasn't it, as well?
I thought it was superb. I honestly thought it was brilliant. Bolton didn't really have a chance apart from the first 10 or 15 minutes. They put a bit of pressure on, which is what I said they'd do in the preview to the game, and then after that, it was just Wolves, all Wolves, passing it about. Lovely. Bolton couldn't get near us. Really complete performance. It could have been about 10. I don't think Nuno was very happy it was 4. I think he wanted more, but yeah, it was a brilliant performance. Capped off with the Cody goal. I couldn't believe when he picked the ball up. We were like, no, surely not.
I saw because I was at work. I was looking at the updates. The penalty Wolves, Cody. I was like, what? It's just crazy, crazy moment.
Brilliant.
But obviously, as you say, with Wolves potentially lifting the title. You in these last 2 games, do you think Nuno will rotate, or do you think he's going to stick with that strong team?
I'd sort of like to. I'd like to see him rotate it a little bit. I'd like to see Gibbs White possibly come in. The last couple of games, give him a bit of experience, especially. There's nothing to play for now. Obviously, you want the points. But yeah, I think Sheffield Wednesday, I think they're in a similar position to what we were last season. Again, 50th, so yeah, same position we finished on. So yeah, I'd like him to change it up a little bit, but I can't see him doing it. I think he'll try and do the professional job and get as many points as possible.
I think that's what he said. We've mentioned it before. He wants to make sure we get at least 100 points, and we can get that if we get a win against Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, we'll hit the 101 points mark. And I think it will be a lot of us will be disappointed if we don't pick up a win next week against Sunderland as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because obviously they'll be the only team that we haven't beaten this season, which is crazy to think as well. But obviously, as you say, Sheffield Wednesday is probably almost very similar to us last season, really, with the fact that they've had a manager swap halfway through. Really strange that one. Obviously, Carvajal leaving, joining Swansea in the Premier League, and actually doing all right. They've brought this new guy in. Seems like he's picked up some sort of form, and they've got a couple of key men back. Forestieri and Barry Bannon both coming back. I looked on some of the news articles. They were labelled as men to watch. Forestieri, Matt, we know what he's capable of.
His goal a couple of weeks back was unbelievable.
He's a special player.
It was incredible. He took it around like 5 players.
He's brilliant. He's always. I think it was when he played for Watford as well. He had a bit of a. He got Sacco sent off that once, didn't he, as well? But Forestieri, Matt. What do you make of him as a player? Well, Barry Bannon both got a good amount of experience.
Both very technical players. I'll probably say Forestieri is going to be more of a threat with him being a bit more forward. But again, it doesn't worry me. It doesn't worry me with the team we've got. We've got players that are better than that, and although Forestieri is probably one of the better players in the league, I think individually and as a team we are better than Sheffield Wednesday, and we're better than any other team in the league. So teams should be worried about what we're going to do rather than us worrying about Forestieri.
Yeah, I mean that's true. To be fair, we always come into this. We always label the key men.
It's going to be different next season, but we might as well enjoy it now.
We're going to be labelling key men like Alexis Sanchez and all that, and but top scorers to them as well. They've got. I mean, they've had a few goals. I know they've had a lot of injury issues. Sheffield Wednesday, hence probably their lower league position than they would have wanted. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go on a sort of playoff march next year. Stephen Fletcher started off well with Gary Hooper at the start of the season. They're both out injured, or at least Fletcher is. Their top goal scorers are Gary Hooper and Nuhu with 11 goals each, and Lucas Zhao with 9 goals. I'd imagine one of them at least will start. That Nuhu though, I remember him last year or the year before. He was absolutely dreadful against Wolves.
Yeah,
he really so slow, but. At the same time, I've seen a couple of his goals recently. He looks a much better player.
The one he scored against Preston was ridiculous.
Yeah, like one when he picks it up in the corner and kills it round.
It's a great goal.
Do you think Wolves defensively struggle against players like that a little bit taller, or do you think they've just got anyone in their back pocket?
It's the same with like Matt Smith at Fulham. The first game he played him at QPR really struggled, and then they brought him on, didn't they, at Molineux at half time.
He struggled when he came on as well,
but I think what Nuno had learnt is that he's a big fella and he's going to win the majority of headers. So what they did do with Matt Smith is they had Alfred and Jai blocking the run and then Bolly challenging for the header, and I think that's what you need to do with a player like that. What is he, 6'5", 6'6", same as Nuhu, so there'll be tactics implemented to try and battle against that, but I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, that's what I've seen it a lot though. A few teams, when they're playing the long balls, they tend to aim it quite central at Cody or sometimes at Bennett.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time now, Wolves, either the right back or the other centre half, are dropping a bit deeper. So if they do win the header, Wolves are just sweeping up anyway and winning it back. So I think, I know Lucas Zhao is quite tall, but he's a lot quicker than he uses his pace a lot more.
He spins off the last man normally, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we've seen issues like that before with Wolves, but with the 5 at the back at times, we don't really see much problems with that. And you would be hoping Wolves are going to get a win. Sheffield Wednesday have won the last 2, to be fair, but before that they lost the 2 before, so it's sort of them up in limbo what they're going to be doing. They're hoping for a strong end to the season. We've seen that they want to try and beat us at least, or give us a good game. I've seen that in the news articles. Ewan, any score predictions from you for this one? First goal scorer?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Jota, first goal scorer. And then I'm going to go for a 2-0 win.
2-0. It's good to see Jota picking up his form again, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, especially being top goal scorer now. I think if he really finishes this season on a high and go as a strong pre-season, I think he's going to be incredible next year.
There was a stat about him. I think if he scores 2 more goals in his last 2 games, he's like only the 4th or 5th person
since Steve Ball to get 20
goals.
Steve
Ball, yeah, which is again an absolutely ridiculous stat. I think it was Kenny Miller's got it twice.
Dean Sturridge
got it once, and Sturridge, That's ridiculous.
That just shows how bad our recruitment's been for strikers.
It's about 20 years in it, something like that.
It's ridiculous. We haven't had
absolutely
since Ebanks haven't had a striker who's hit 20 goals. We've been in League One for a year. What's going on?
If Ebanks Blake stayed in that League 1 year as well, if he'd come back from his injury, I think he would have smashed it for us as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, yeah. Matt, what about you? Same again, prediction, first goal scorer.
I always say Cav, but I don't think he's going to play, so I'd say Jota, and I do think Jota's going to get to 20 goals. He needs 2 more, doesn't he? I'm going to say Jota and 3-0.
3-0. He's going for. You know what? I could see that. I think it's either going to be a really close game, or again, if Sheffield Wednesday do come out and try and play against us, it's going to be another one of them performances. I'm going to go for a 1-0 late Bonatini goal. I'm going to give him a chance. Leo Bonatini.
Come on,
I've seen someone say, I really hope Bonatini scores again before the end of the season, but I'm going to give him a chance.
Why though?
That's what someone said. I don't know.
Well, obviously it'd be great for him to score because we all support Wolves, but there's no sentiment. He's been shit since Jan.
What do you reckon then, him or a Phobie, Matt?
A Phobie.
It's a sign.
Yeah. I know he'd be more expensive. But...
Are you the same, Ewan?
You see, I wouldn't go for either.
No, I wouldn't,
but yeah,
it wasn't the option.
If I had to pick one, it'd have to be a Phobie, yeah.
I've seen us today as well linked with Mitrovic.
No.
I don't know how true that is.
I don't want that.
Apparently, I think we rejected him in January as well. I saw an article today before he went on loan to Fulham. Because, he's on 5 for Fulham, but he's not really proving it at Premier League.
I wouldn't want him at Wolves. Because
he's a bit of a hot.
He's lazy as well. Look at Newcastle. They need a striker who's going to run the, what's it off for 90 minutes and be, a threat without the ball. But with him, he's not really interested unless they've got the ball, which is all right at Fulham because they have a lot of possession. Yeah. But next season we ain't going to have as much as possession. We're going to have to work harder. We're going to have to press from the front, and just doesn't do it for me. Scores goals though, so what do I know?
Yeah, but obviously there are plenty of transfer rumours already milling about. We've seen more about Neves, and obviously Wolves be linked with Pele as well. We have done a transfer rumours video. Matt did that on the channel this week, which did quite well. So there'll be more of those in the coming weeks and actually months, because obviously there's a long way before next season even starts. So make sure you keep your eye out for them. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You can check us out on Twitter and Facebook down in the description. If you want to come and meet up with us, have a little chat after the game to get on our fan reactions, do let us know. Either message us on Twitter or Facebook. You can check out all our links in the description down below for Twitter and YouTube's. But I think that's all. Until then, hopefully you'll enjoy the match. Hopefully you enjoy, obviously, the trophy ceremony and so on. And we'll see you all very, very soon.